This is NerdTalk.
Not again. Hi, welcome to Nerd Talk. I'm Kurt.
I'm Mike.
And this is George.
Hi.
And this week our guests are from the Connecticut Whovian Club. We have Jeff, Katarina, and Amar.
Yeah. So you want to get started with some nerd news?
Sure. I think you got it this week.
Yeah. Well, I was just kind of perusing around GitLab, which is a lot like GitHub, where it's a source code repository. They deleted the wrong directory, which meant that they
Oops.
Yeah, which means they deleted just about everybody's repository that people are storing their source code on there, and they've gone through like 5 different methods of backups to try to restore it, and they have failed miserably. So apparently, there's a lot of people who are out of their source code. Of course, it's a free service, so I think some people are paying to have private repositories, but I hope that they kept their own
Copy. A backup of their own.
Yeah.
Also, on the news, you guys are totally welcome to panel with us on the news.
Sure.
If you
All right.
something to bring up. We're talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Throughout
Yeah,
the-
absolutely. And so, did any of you guys code or do any coding or?
No.
Oh.
I almost coded once, but I caught myself, and I'm still here.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
We're the world's better for that, George.
Oh, thanks.
So, well, and a lot of people are really upset about this. But in other news, Airbus is planning to build a self-driving air taxi. So,
Oh.
yeah. So they would basically want to make like a vertical takeoff and landing kind of like just like the self-driving Ubers in Pittsburgh, except that they fly.
So like the Amazon
That's a
delivery
little frightening.
drones?
Huh?
Seems a little frightening.
Yeah, somewhat. Although most planes pretty much fly themselves. Pretty much you could hit the button. The only thing they can't do is turn on the reverse thrusters.
It's just the peace of mind of having an actual pilot there in the cockpit versus
You
nobody.
know, I've offered my services for some of these cars. Yeah, I could drive.
That's frightening.
You can reach the pedals?
Who needs pedals?
Okay.
What do you drive with your mind?
Yes. Actually, I put cruise control on, and I just leave it.
You do realize it's not the same thing as autopilot, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah, never mind. If I see you in the cab, I'll just get the next one.
But would you get on one of those? One of those Airbus taxis?
I would assume it'd have to be proven safe, like it's got like a
Yeah.
parachute backup and stuff.
And if it was going to run over some kids? Never mind. We're not going down the road again.
not that topic again.
Yeah. It's whether or not it's going to like run through a flock of geese or something.
Yeah. Well, the geese, you know.
Yeah,
Canada geese, they're overpopulated right now, so it's okay if it does that. That's horrible that I said that.
that is terrible. Canadian geese are so nice. They're so much nicer than American geese. They're so polite.
They keep saying
But
sorry.
introverted also.
Yeah. Well, you know, they have, and I was just thinking about this, speaking of birds, and for some reason it's popped in my head. Did you ever see that episode of WKRP when they dropped the turkeys out of the helicopter?
Yes.
As God is my witness, I swore
Swore
that
turkeys
turkey
could fly.
Yes.
Terrible. So yeah, and apparently Facebook has activated its new algorithm to try to combat fake news. And
So how is Al doing?
how is Al doing?
Yeah.
Al who?
Algorithm.
He's grooving.
So kind of like satire news articles and whatnot
Well,
like that? Or
I mean, obviously you're going to get through stuff like The Onion, that's
The Onion,
satire,
yeah.
but more like stuff that's blatantly false. Like there was the one where they saying that the Pope endorsed Trump, or that Hillary Clinton was and John Podesta were involved in a sex ring that was trafficked through a pizza parlor.
What do you mean? That wasn't true?
No.
Oh, jeez. I guess I can eat pizza again.
I hope so. You live in New Haven.
Yeah, it's true.
I still think somebody should open up a pizza place called Pizzagate. Put a nice big wrought iron fence and a gate.
Ooh,
Pizzagate.
that's a good idea. And they can make the gate like pizza shaped. So.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean those are big news. I haven't noticed much of a difference, but then again, I have most of my conservative friends have really ticked me off lately, so I haven't been hearing much from them.
I think we're all in
You
that
finally
same
blocked
boat.
that one guy who
Oh yeah.
all the interesting comments.
Yeah. Well, he would just
Anyway.
get mad and nasty. He wouldn't actually discuss things. He would just start calling people names and harassing people.
I can handle Facebook for about 5 minutes these days, and then just I get depressed, and then it's like, oh, I could do something else that is less harmful, like hot coals or something like that in my underwear.
Well, I've been busying myself with coding projects at work, so that are just not necessarily things that we need, but stuff that we want. So
You were at the Yale March the other night.
I
right?
was there for the immigration lawyers for Yale, the ones who freed the guy who was the interpreter for the U.S. Army that was stuck at JFK. I was there for that march, and yeah, so I was there for that, and I'm actually looking forward to the scientist march.
Yes. Yes.
Did they announce a date yet? I don't know.
I haven't seen a date
February
yet,
22nd, I think.
but my family will be there in
Okay.
Well,
force.
that's the one on the New Haven Korean. The one in Washington, they haven't given a date for yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably be at both unless they're on the same day. Then I'll go to DC. So that should be.
You were in D.C. for the Women's March.
I was in DC for the.
I was in
Women's
Hartford for that one, but yeah,
There were a lot of signs, and I'm
going down a politics.
a lot of going down a political hole here. Yeah, there were a lot of like nerd related stuff too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've noticed that there's an intersection there between nerd and politics. So
Yeah.
That's
no,
good to see.
definitely.
so yeah, the other news I've been reading is how apparently successful the Apple Watch is.
Oh.
Apparently they announced that they've sold like 20 million.
Wow.
Or they didn't give a specific number, but they sold.
Are
like,
any of us here wearing a smartwatch? Camera guys, any smartwatches?
I am,
No.
but I ate it because I was hungry.
Well, it'll come back eventually. Did you get the waterproof one?
Well, I ate half of it, and the trouble with it is it starts getting rotten and brown, and it just smells a lot. And
I think it's a banana.
I was told it was an apple.
Oh.
Oh.
But
I paid extra for that.
Gotcha.
so we're a little slow on the uptake there, Ed. Or George. Sorry.
It's all right. John.
George, Ed.
So yeah. So and the best response I heard to that all day was, yeah, well, the Pet Rock, Nickelback, and Michael Bay are all successful too, but they still suck. So I don't know. I think the Apple Watch is kind of a nifty idea, but I haven't worn a watch in years because I just use my phone, and
Yeah.
I can't think of another reason why to have another screen to look at when I can just
Same here.
yeah.
I was real close to actually getting the Pebble 2, and then they got bought out, and apparently they're going to brick all of those eventually.
Oh no.
You're gonna call it a pet pebble.
What?
Get it?
What?
It's a pet pebble.
What is with your outfit today, George?
I was told. Now I was told that we're doing some sort of medical show with a doctor, and so I was told I had to dress up for this. So I'm wearing my best doctor outfit.
And your tag says Dr.
Doctor, what the bleep?
Okay.
Because I hear there's already a Doctor Who, so I took the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I have all my St. Elsewhere jokes ready. Just let me know. I got the Dr. Marcus. We'll be right back with you shortly.
That means that NerdTalk is part of that universe that everything has happened in the imagination of a boy, right?
Yeah.
In a snow globe.
You know, I
You've just connected us with that.
you like my scrubs?
Thanks a lot.
You like my scrubs?
Is that what you call them?
You
Yeah,
are-
they're my
George-
scrubs. I picked them up from a couple of girls that call themselves TLC.
I was going to say, yeah, George, you are a scrub.
Well, they said I look fly.
So,
Okay. So, so the Connecticut Whovians.
yeah, let's go turn to our guest, the Connecticut Whovian
Sure.
group, which, I mean, I'm also a member, but I wanted them to come in and talk about
Well, you're more than
stuff
just a
we're doing.
member. You're one of our admins, and as well as Kat.
True, I am, but I haven't done a lot in the past month because,
Oh, I
I
haven't
am.
done much either in the past month.
Okay.
And I own the thing.
Well, it's
so.
even then. So,
But yeah, what do you want to know?
well, first, before we forget it, you have a couple events coming up.
We do. February 11th at the Rocky Hill VFW, we're doing our very first ever British Invasion Fest. There was a discussion on our board a couple months back about it. Seemed a lot of people were interested in it. So we figured, let's do it. Let's rent out a hall. Let's get everybody there.
Cool. And there's more information about that on the
On
Facebook
our
group
Facebook page, yep.
itself.
Great.
And so what kind of things are going to actually happen there?
We have a magician, the Nerd Magician, Mark Pinkston. We also have it's like a geeky trivia sort of game. Rick Tarasi is going to be hosting that. He actually did it at Connecticut this past year. It was one of the panels.
Oh, yeah.
And
Cool.
we got him doing that too. And it's going to be a raffle, potluck. Everybody bring whatever you want and share it with everybody else. It's just community, camaraderie.
Yep. Yep. And it's more than just Doctor Who. It's
More. This is going to be the British Invasion Fest. It's going to
Cool.
be Doctor Who, Sherlock, Harry Potter. I mean, you name it. Anything that's British. Red Dwarf.
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah. There you go.
yeah.
Tea and crumpets.
Yes.
Tea and
Tea and
crumpets.
crumpets.
And Welsh corgis.
We may actually have some tea.
Huh?
We may.
I'll have to make scones. That'll be my
Scones.
because scones.
I love scones.
I haven't
Can I-
made.
can
I have
I-
an excuse to make scones.
Can I dress up as a paparazzi chasing Princess Di?
Oh.
paparazzi.
Oh, too soon.
Never mind.
So, all right, let's ask. Who's your favorite Doctor?
Classic or New Who?
You can give us one of each, and then an overall one as well.
Classic Who, I have two favorites. I have the second Doctor and the fifth Doctor. New Who, I love the 12th Doctor, and my next favorite after that would be the 9th Doctor.
Cool.
For me, classic is Third Doctor, Pertwee. And for the new one, it's so hard for me to decide because I love them all for different reasons, but I would have to say that Christopher Eccleston, the 9th Doctor.
High five.
You know, every single time I get asked this question, my answer is always different. I cannot decide, but I would have to say the 10th Doctor currently, and the 8th. I feel like the 8th Doctor deserves so much more screen time.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot more potential for him,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Although, have you listened to any of his Big Finish audios?
I've heard one or two then
Yeah,
and
they're
there.
really, really good.
I met him at Connecticut Who this summer, and
At Eli Who?
LI Who.
LI Who.
LI Who. Connecticut Who. LI Who.
Not yet.
Um,
Maybe someday we'll
let's
have
soon. And he was the nicest
Oh, totally, hands down.
of like all the actors
Paul
I met
McGann's
there.
amazing.
He loves
was
his fans,
It
Yeah.
was
without a doubt.
really super.
Which one? Now you guys are gonna beat me because which one's the 8th again?
Paul McGann.
Okay.
He was the movie one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now. Because I'm a big Tom Baker fan, so that was Tom Baker and David Tennant. So then 10 and 4 was which one? Tom
10 and
Baker was
4,
4.
10 and 4.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like David Tennant anyway because he's really good at. He's also a really good actor outside of
Yeah.
Doctor Who as well. But I really liked his panache in the series.
You see Jessica Jones?
Kilgrave.
I haven't seen-
Oh,
Huh?
my gosh,
Kilgrave,
it's
yeah.
so
Oh,
good
Jessica
as
Jones.
Kilgrave.
David
Yeah.
Tennant. is
Oh
Kilgrave.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard a lot. I was just watching a show, British show called The Last Leg, and he
Uh-huh.
was a guest on there, and he was reading some different quotes from stuff current events, and they were like talking about how disturbing it was because of his character. So yeah, I'd like to see that.
Cool.
How about you?
Well, you'll be surprised to learn that despite all this Tom Baker stuff, my favorite is Peter Davidson.
High five.
He is he is my doctor, and until Capaldi's run, it was Tennant as for the new series. Matt Smith and I never really gelled. I felt he was constantly waving his sonic screwdriver around. It was Peter Pan. It didn't feel like Doctor Who at times. It was like, please stop.
Yeah.
But I still like his run. There's something valuable in all the doctors, even, and I'm going to get hit for this. Now I'm spacing his name. The 1960s movie.
Oh, Peter Cushing?
Peter Cushing. Even if it's just what not to do. But there's a couple times when I'm kind of like, he could have been a really good TV doctor in the run if he was given a decent script.
I could see that.
And I've always wanted to like cosplay him just to like annoy everyone. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Wait a second. Who is this guy?
Peter Cushing?
I want to play him. I want to annoy people.
You?
Yeah.
You do a pretty good job on your own.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't ask who my favorites are.
Who is your
Who are
favorite?
your favorites?
I'm leaning towards 17 and 28.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, yeah.
So you've been to the future.
I have.
Spoken like a
Who-
time traveler.
What actor plays 17?
Well, you don't know her. She's the illegitimate daughter of what the hell is her name? What's it?
Well, at least we know it's a female.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't tell you because it'll wreck the future and, thing about butterflies and stepping on them and, that sort of thing. I mean,
Fixed point in time.
If you told us, you could cease to exist.
that's very tempting. It's very tempting.
Well, who's your favorite villain?
I like the classic Roger Delgado Master.
Oh my
Yeah.
answer.
Stole your answer?
No.
You can say it.
No, go. Keep going.
No, I do like the Master, the original.
Yeah.
It's got to be the Master. More so, I liked the Master during David Tennant's run. I feel like that younger looking version of him.
John Sim?
Yeah, John Sim. Yeah, like his last name. He was a little more sinister. You know what I mean?
What else was he in? He was in something else that was. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember now. But yeah, I liked him. I'm still a fan of the Daleks, just because I like running around screaming like a Dalek. For the longest time, my ringtone or my message tone was a Dalek screaming,
Exterminate!
"Exterminate!" So, but the Ood kind of creeped me out too. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, the Ood weren't really a villain, though. They were more
Yeah,
like
they were
a-
just like
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess
there's
favorite
the red eye
monster.
Ood and the non-red eye Ood.
yeah. I think it was just the whole episode with David Tennant when he was on
the Beast Below and
Yeah. That's probably what was even more. And
yeah, they were kind of creepy in that.
yeah.
My favorite villain was only in one story, Talons of Weng Chiang. The was it? Now I'm
Was that the
spacing on
Mask
his
of
name.
no the Talons of Wen Chang? Okay.
Yeah. Is it? The character wasn't named Weng Chiang though.
No, I can't remember the name of it. I know who you're talking about though. I can't remember the name.
That's the Tom Baker episode I keep going back to.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
keep going back to was that the Mona Lisa one?
City of Death.
City of Death.
City of
My
Death.
favorite episode.
Yeah.
in Regeneration or Genesis of the Daleks.
Genesis is a great one too.
Yeah, yeah. That was my first Doctor Who episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where I first watched them. Kind of like, they're doing what? Where's the blue box? You know, because I read a little bit about it, about the series, and I knew a little bit about it.
My first exposure was a friend of mine. His parents were members of the local PBS station down in DC, WETA, and they had the coolest thing I'd ever seen. As a kid, you pour hot liquid into this mug, and the TARDIS would disappear. So, that's how I got. Yeah, I was like, "What is that?"
When was this?
This is really cool. Oh, jeez, I was really young.
I was going to say, because they have those now, like they've got the mugs.
No,
with
but
I have the mug.
but that technology's been around for a really long time. It's been around since like the 70s. But they, so my first experience was seeing Tom Baker, which is probably why I enjoy it. And then the first convention I ever went to, sci-fi fantasy convention, was right after I got out of high school, and it was I think it was either CastleCon or EveCon down in DC. And somebody was walking by, and they had created a cane. They were dressed like Tom Baker, and they had a canine, and they had this little transmitter on their belt, so the canine would follow them, and it would just go back and forth. If they ever walked too far away, the canine would just start circling and making a bigger circle. But every time it hit the signal, it would just change direction back the opposite way. So there was this canine just kind of weaving back and forth behind him.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
That's very cool.
So it was pretty neat.
So how about the fact that Peter Capaldi's leaving?
I was going to ask that.
Oh,
How do you guys feel about that?
Not glad at all.
Yeah.
I was really hoping he would stick around for like another series, one more season.
Yeah.
I give Chris Chibnall a chance to see what he can do with Capaldi.
Oh yeah.
Instead, it's more of the same. It's new showrunner, new doctor, new everything. Let's start over, like soft reboot. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like the classic series for me, like, well, I watched it. You know this, but most of the other people don't. It's like I grew up watching it on PBS, and the classic episodes were, they're the storylines and the way like the plots progress was like really dragged out by today's standards. But that's what I love about like that feel of it, you know, and yeah. But yeah, the new show should follow suit with that. Is what I was trying to go for.
Well, who's your favorite companion?
Donna Noble.
Donna Noble.
For the new series, and Zoe for the classic series.
Which one was Donna Noble? I'm trying to remember.
She was David's red hair, very sassy. Runaway Bride was.
Yeah, that was I can't
Catherine Tate.
Catherine Tate, yes, because I'm a big fan of the Catherine Tate show too. Yeah, I like her, and I also really liked the one right after Rose.
Martha?
Martha Jones.
Yeah.
Martha Jones.
Martha, yeah.
She was really good of the new companions.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just find it really interesting because Britain is such a small country, and I watch a lot of British television, so how many...
They cross.
Yeah,
they
cross, yeah. So it's really interesting seeing everybody in different shows and things like that, and as different characters, and seeing how versatile you have to be in such a small market.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think with the exception of something like EastEnders, you don't have anything like a Law and Order over there, you know.
So before we get too far, I want to bring up the schedule again, the schedule of events, so we can quickly plug there's a couple other events coming up. So if we can have that, Angie.
Yeah, so what was the first one you were talking about? The one up at the BF? Oh, okay.
The British invasion in Rocky Hill on February 11th. March 4th, Yukon at Yukon.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's a free Con.
Huh.
And the Brass City Comic Con.
And then Brass City Comic Con in Waterbury. That's going to be at Naugatuck Valley
April
Community
30th.
College.
Those are
Coming
I
up.
haven't been to Brass City, and I haven't been to
I believe
UConn.
it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the 7th year.
Wow.
Wow. So that's really cool. Yeah. You know what? We should get a hold of them, see if we can get press passes and go in there and
Yeah.
do our show.
Well, the free one we can just
Yeah.
probably go in and just get permission from people for.
I could
Oh,
give
my-
you a free con.
Yeah. And also more group information about the Connecticut Whovian group on Facebook.
Yep, we are facebook.com/ctwhovianclub. That's all one word, all lowercase.
And it's right there on your screens, folks. And please visit and join.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're a fan of Doctor Who, by all means, join.
I mean, we've done some great events. The Make-A-Wish
Oh,
event.
Make-A-Wish, yeah. We did at the Pandorica restaurant in Beacon, New York. Hosted an 11-year-old boy from Florida who had leukemia, and his wish was to come see the restaurant.
Cool.
And the owner reached out to me and the group, and she says, well, I don't want him to be disappointed because it's nothing special. It's just a restaurant with some stuff on the wall. Let's make it better. So a bunch of us showed up in cosplay and costume, and all the doctors and
That's
villains, Cybermen, and
that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
We had 7 doctors, Missy, Cybermen, and Osgood.
Cool.
Osgood, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, well, I think that's all the time we have.
Yeah,
folks.
Oh,
that's
wow.
the time we're
Yeah.
we're hitting our
Yeah.
our
Our alarm's
alarm.
going off.
alarm's going off.
So,
So-
great. Well, thank you guys for coming.
Yes, thanks for
Thanks for
coming
having us.
and
Pleasure to be here.
coming in and geeking about a Doctor Who with us for a bit. And look for them on Facebook. And guys, we haven't got an email from you guys, so nerdtalk@drosh.net. We need some email from you guys.
Yep.
Come on.
Come
Get
on,
with
help
it.
these guys' self-esteem.
So.
Really low.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, crew. We've got a full crew here tonight, and thank all of you for helping out. We can't do
Yes.
it without the folks here at CTV and all the volunteers that come in. So I'm wondering where our closing music is, because we were given like the sign.
I could sing something if you want.
Oh,
there
there's
we go.
there's the closing music. So
That's
thanks
red
again,
work.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is NerdTalk.